Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Bayern Munich have won their game against the Holstein Keil. The game ends 4-3 and they have extended their lead at the top of the table to 9 points, and they put the pressure on Bayer Leverkusen. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was sort of an expected win for Bayern Munich. I went for a 5-0 win. I thought there was no chance that Holstein Keil were going to win this game, and the game went exactly like everybody expected up until the 88th, 89th minute. It was Bayern that completely dominated them. Holstein Keil were never really in the game. Bayern had majority of the possession. They controlled the tempo. Like it felt like, unfortunately, for, as I said, for 88, 89 minutes, it felt like a training session for Bayern Munich. They just came out with their swagger. The home side, the stadium was filled with the the Bavarian fans, and everything felt right for Bayern Munich. They started playing their football. They started creating chances. It was a really good football from Bayern Munich, and I keep on saying that Bayern Munich are one of those teams that need to get regular. They need to get a statement which like that is enshrined in Bayern Munich's history. It sort of feels like they own the league. I don't want to say it like that, but it feels like that. They are the big dogs of Bayern Munich. It used to be like Manchester United in in the 2000s or like that, when it was just Manchester United, and there was a fear factor for Bayern Munich and for Manchester United, and it's a fear factor for Bayern Munich. It's a fear factor for PSG in Liga as well. So Bayern Munich have always been that sort of a team. This season they have not really done that. There has been a couple of good big wins where they have really dominated and they have looked like the Bayern of old. This game, it felt like this was a Bayern of all. They were so much in confidence at the way that they played the game, the way they controlled the tempo, and they started getting the result. It was chance after chance. It was a really tough night for Holstein Keil's defense and their goalkeeper. They just had to make sure that they don't concede, and they tried quite a lot to make sure that they don't concede many goals, because as I keep on saying that, I understand, like as I said, everybody expected them to lose, and they lost the game in the end. But they are in that relegation battle, and with how tight the league is, I think those goal differences could come in really, really handy. And I think Holstein Keil would be, in a way, would be happy with how the games ended. The first half, as I said, Bayern Munich dominated. They get the first goal in the 20-minute mark. Jamal Musiala, really well worked goal from Bayern Munich. Three or four, five players were involved in the ball. Finally, forced Musiala and finishes it off, and Bayern Munich take the lead. It is 1-0, completely deserved. And then Holstein Keil really never tried in that first half. Even if they tried, Bayern Munich completely dominated them. They really did not let Holstein Keil have the ball. They really did not let them do anything. This was chance after chance for Bayern Munich, and then they go ahead and just before the end of first half, they scored that second goal. Harry Kane with his hand, it becomes a 2-0, and for me that was basically game done and dusted. And I said, like, there is no way Holstein Keil are coming back. We come back into the second half, and that was done. Like the commentator was still naming the starting the players of Bayern Munich that they have come back for the second half, and Bayern Munich has scored the third goal. Again, a cross comes in from that left hand side, and I think that was a very, if you look really back, if you look at the replays, and Holstein Keil, that was a really bad goal to consider. I think of all the 4 goals they considered, that was the worst one, because they were so slow going back. Like there was no man marking, there was nothing going on. I think because they came out of the for that second half, it was not not even a minute had been gone since the restart of the second half, and Bayern Munich were on them, and Holstein Keil were not really able, their minds were not switched on. And again, Kane with that beautiful butted header, and I think the second header, the third goal for Bayern Munich, and the second goal for Harry Kane, I think that header was a better one as compared to the first one, but it was quite easy. The build-up was quite easy for Bayern Munich, to be very honest. Then that fourth goal, I mean, that was spectacular from Serge Gnabry. Bayern Munich again, because it was the theme of the game that Bayern Munich were going to attack. They continued to put the pressure on Holstein Keil, and as I say, they kept on looking for goals. They wanted more goals. They wanted to put out a statement win, and they were attacking, and the ball falls to Serge Gnabry. It comes in, it bounces, and ball comes in, and he volleys it home. And I mean, what a spectacular goal from Serge Gnabry. One of the best, a really good goal. I think that could really be the goal of the weekend in Bundesliga, if I'm being very honest. A really good goal, and it is like 55 minutes when that goal goes in, and it is a 4-0, and you're guessing, you're like, yeah, okay, the game is done, and that's it, and you're just waiting for how many more can Bayern score. And Bayern felt like that. They really did not care, and but Bayern were not really able to score any more goals, and that was quite interesting. And then Holstein Keil, I don't know what happened after the 65th minute mark. I think because the goals were not coming, Holstein Keil just wanted to get a goal back, and they go ahead and they get a goal back, and it is 4-1. And you're still thinking, okay, it doesn't really matter, like one goal, it's Bayern Munich, the game goes on. And then right at the end, the last 5 minutes, I don't know what happened to Holstein Keil. They completely changed. They started attacking Bayern Munich. I think mentally they were like, just throwing the kitchen sink at it, because they knew that the game is already over. They have lost, and they just wanted to try something. And they go ahead and they scored their second goal in the 90th minute. The funny thing is, if you look at the Holstein Keil players, they were not really celebrating or anything, because they, in their mind, they really don't think they can do something, right? That was the problem. I think that if, because in their mind, they had already accepted the defeat. But if they had not, I think they could have been a chance for an equalizer. And then a minute later, they score another goal. After that third goal goes in, then you see the Holstein Keil players, they are running away, running to get the ball, running back, trying to get back. But in my opinion, that the time was already wasted, done. They scored quietly. They came into the game quietly. I think Bayern Munich had already, were done by that time. I mean, 85th, 88th minute, they had played, in the Champions League midweek last week, and so they had played like 4 games in about 14 days. Majority of these players. So Bayern Munich mentally and physically, I think they were done by that point. And Holstein Keil go ahead and they score the 2 goals. And of course, both those goals were really cheap goals, as especially by Bayern standard. They could have easily been avoided. And I really think so. Like if all these plays were made, like let's say 20 to 25 minutes before, let's say in the 58th minute or the 55th minute or something like that, 60th minute even, I don't think Holstein Keil scored that goal. I just think that the Bayern players felt fatigued. They were just tired at the end, and they thought like they have already won the game, so that they just let it happen. If I'm being very honest, I think that's what happened there, and that's why Holstein Keil were able to score all those 2 goals. It made the game interesting. For at the end, it becomes from 4-0, it goes to 4-3, and it looked like a really competitive match, which it wasn't. They Holstein Keil completely got dominated. They completely destroyed by Bayern Munich, and they somehow still ended up scoring 3 goals. So a really good game of football, a really fun game of football, but Bayern Munich get the job done. They got the 3 points, crucial 3 points. They put the pressure back on Leverkusen, who are going to play tomorrow, and we're going to see what Leverkusen can do, because last weekend they drew the game, so the lead went from 4 to 6, and now they cannot really afford to drop any more points, because Bayern are looking really, really good. Holstein Keil, on the other hand, unfortunately, yet another defeat for them. Everybody expected, as I said before, everybody expected them to lose, and as I said before, I think they will be really happy in a way that the margin of defeat is not, it's just 1 goal. So it is going to be like -1, even though they did not get any points. I don't think any of the teams around them are going to get many points. So I think they are going to be safe in that regard. And plus, the goal difference has not been really affected. So I think in a way, both the teams would be quite happy. If I'm being very honest, I think it ended up being quite an entertaining game, which I really did not think it was going to be. So yeah, that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Bayern's performance, what you guys thought of Holstein Keil's performance. Where do you think the title is going? Do you think Bayern are going to continue on this run, or do you think there are going to be hiccups? And do you think Holstein Keil are going to stay up, or do you think they are going to go down into the Bundesliga too? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of February. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.